When I started taking piano lessons, my teacher started with these basics. Where's middle C on the piano? I knew that one. How to place your fingers properly on the keys. How to read a musical staff. What are time signatures? And how to practice to become proficient. Looking back at those initial lessons and the many years of repeating those basics, I understood the importance of solidifying core concepts. You can't play a sonata well if you don't know where middle C is. Aftershock recovery coaching for the wife of a man choosing to view pornography is a bit like that. Initially, we have to focus on some relational basics. Those initial piano coaching lessons drilled these basics to eventually have fun and move them to more fulfilling and challenging pieces of music. If you're the wife of an addict, it's tempting to think that it's his problem and his alone. You think if he'd just get his act together, you could go back to normal. But normal got you here. Some basics in your marriage got missed along the way somehow. I spent hours practicing and playing the piano, and my well-trained fingers knew exactly what to do. Playing the piano moved from total concentration to delight. Now I could close my eyes and let my fingers play, not just the notes, but the expressive music as my soul soared. This transition from a rudimentary to more accomplished pianist provides a practical example of the difference between transactional and transformational coaching. Have you ever heard of those two terms? Let me explain. Transactional coaching provides a series of steps towards your goal, concentration on basic disciplines, short-term goals with specific outcomes, performance or behavioral changes, scrutiny of a specific issue to achieve a new result. Transactional coaching basics identify healthy outcomes based on where you may be right now. You focus on the problem and the basics, and it does have its place. In those early days of shock and aftershock discovery, from your discovery, often I will ask questions like this. How did you discover your husband's porn addiction? Is your husband open to counseling and coaching? What do you feel right now? The goal of this is to assess your current circumstances to determine your next steps. Not every situation is the same. To move forward, we must acknowledge where you are and find the short-term steps to open the door to long-term healing. For instance, when my husband revealed his pornography addiction, I knew we needed help immediately. I sought the short-term solution to get over that initial hurdle and pain, and that's exactly what we received with transactional coaching. This type of coaching paved the way for more in-depth coaching, counseling, and ultimate healing. We moved from practicing scales to playing music. Transactional coaching led to transformational coaching. Here's what transformational coaching allows. It allows us to identify the deeper root of the symptom, shift your perspective as needed, change your thinking about various issues, and develop outcomes to move from where you are to where you want to be, and finally, the focus is on your future. Transformational coaching focuses on the journey with you, the client. It is client-driven. So when I function as a transformational coach, I might ask you something like this. What is your greatest need at this time? Where do you want to be in a year, 5 years, or even 10 years? If you could design your future, what does it look like? What did that look like for me? After we made it through the initial 30 to 60 days, our coaches moved beyond just the management to look at the causes of the addiction. We went from transactional to transformational. In my life, they probed into the false beliefs adopted with depression, PTSD, and anxiety attacks. Because of my earlier abuse, I believed it was safer to be invisible. I lived that out through overeating, being a consummate people pleaser, and hiding my true self from the world. After all, I thought, if you hid your natural physical beauty behind layers of fat, men would ignore you. Therefore, I wouldn't be the target of another abuser. If I made sure everyone around me felt happy and satisfied, I wouldn't face anger. And if I never said what I thought, no one would criticize me. Well, that's no way to live. And those lies contributed to a marriage that allowed less than authentic behavior, to say the least. My husband Dave also experienced transformational coaching as they pointedly probed the lies he believed. Things like, I'm stupid if I ask a question about something that should be obvious to anyone with a brain. Anger is wrong. If I disagree with you, we can't be friends. I'm imperfect, so I'm unlovable. Transformational coaching helps you move beyond the basics to a level of freedom you never knew. As a recovery coach, both types of coaching have their place, and I use them. However, my favorite happens when you discover new truths and apply them to your life. Maybe that's why I love being a mom and a grandma. There's no greater joy than watching a person's eyes light up when they discover a new skill or truth. It's that aha or light bulb moment we all experience. Your scales practice allows you to play and enjoy the music. When a wife discovers her husband's porn addiction, she needs different levels of coaching at different times. Immediately, she needs some transactional coaching basics to move from how do I get him to stop looking at porn to transformational coaching, which focuses on how do we create a new healthy life together? Or in some cases, how do I create a safe, healthy life for my children and me? You must have the initial transactional coaching to get past those first obstacles. But your true lasting healing comes from transformational coaching. It is there you discover your deepest joy and freedom. Well, if you find yourself knowing you don't want to go on like you are now, please reach out. I can help. We'll start by finding that middle C, or we'll build on the chords and scales you already know but need help applying to your challenging marriage. I understand your pain, but I also see hope down the road. Transactional and transformational coaching changed my life, and it saved our marriage. I'd love for you to feel that hope and joy again. Let's talk. Hop on over to KirstenDSamuel.com, that's spelled Kirsten, D as in Diane, Samuel, Samuel.com, and click on the big blue button.